What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel for another action figure review. Today on my channel, I'm going over what I personally believe McFarlane's best Batman figure to date. That's right, you heard me. The first appearance, Detective Comics Batman. All right, so as you see, I already have Batman pre-posed up here in a Mezco, a repurposed Mezco stand. Mezco stands are some of my favorite stands. Unfortunately, you can only get them, I think, with Mezco figures. So unless you're willing to drop a couple $100, you're not getting these stands. Maybe they sell them separately, but I don't think they do. But yeah, I have him up in this pose. I just think it's this guy he pops. I almost hate to take him out of this pose, but I'm gonna do it for this review. But before I get into that, I'm gonna go over accessories first. Yes, accessories. We're going to do that just to get him out of the way. As you see on here, he has a grippy ninja style, something like that, hand, which I will show you. And he has a fist hand over there, fisted hand, fist. A fist. He has a fist. Two fists. Right here is the second fist. Right there. He has two open palm slap hands. It looks like they've been in water far too long. Looks like he's cleaning toilets. So he has two of them right here. And he has a wrench, which is inside the book. It's in one of the pages he uses it to bust out a glass. That's pretty much it for accessories. Decent amount, but I'm never using this. It's gonna go into my accessory bin or on the floor and stay there. Now, getting Batman off the stand here, as you can see him, he's just a great figure, guys. I really enjoy everything about it. Now, this buck body, like, it's been used multiple times. It is the Hush Batman body. And honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, I think at this time period for Batman, he should probably be using the Nightfall Batman body. I think that would have been a better choice. But that being said, overall, this figure, in my humble opinion, is the best Batman figure that McFarlane has made. Let me adjust my camera here. Just look at how he pops. Now, this, of course, is the Platinum Edition. And believe it or not, in my area where it's very, very hard to find action figures a lot of the times, I mean, there's always McFarlane, always. The Platinum figures tend to pop up. I have the Platinum Hong Kong Skydive Batman from The Dark Knight. I have the Blue Azrael Batman, from Knight's Quest or Knight's End. And I've not seen too many of the regular line figures. Now, the Red Azrael Batman is in overstock at my Target, but I stumble on the blue one multiple times. I bought one, and I have found another one for a couple friends of mine that wanted it. So my Target, for whatever reason, as much as it won't stock Street Fighter or anything like that, we got the McFarlane Platinums going on. But the colors on this guy, man, I love it. And I am not a huge fan of cell-shaded coloring. Like, I think the only company that really does it worth a damn is NECA. I really do like how they do their Ninja Turtles, but even on the new releases of Ninja Turtles, I feel they've toned that back just a little bit, and I'm fine with that. But this one, I think, is done very well. There are some issues here that I do have with it. Like, I feel like with the boots, like one of the boots should be going a different direction, and I feel like there should be like a squiggle here in his trunks. But other than that, like on top of his head, yeah, it's just like a blue square, and that's kind of dumb. But I think it still looks really good. Now, a lot of people were saying the cow isn't good, that it doesn't look anything like Detective Comics number 27 here, and I understand that. But I'd also argue that I like it better. Like, I was never a huge fan of this overall look of Batman. Yes, I understand it's historic, but I don't know. It just never clicked with me. I love Bill Finger's art, respect Bill Finger more than I ever did Bob Kane, but I feel like Todd did it a little better here. But yeah, this cape, I gotta give all sorts of props to. I love this cape. I think it's very well done. The only thing that could be better is if Todd put it in individual wires in each of the creases here. I think that would have put it up so much more. But these are still $25 figure, guys. Actually, I think it was 22, like $22 to $23 after tax. So I can't complain too much. Hasbro still is not doing wired capes. I have a Doctor Doom figure coming that I bought on Mercari. Probably paid too much for it, but I really like that Doom. I like the cloth cape on it and whatnot, and mine needs updated something fierce. But it's not wired. This is wired, and you can just do so much with it. I mean, again, 20-some dollars. And you can just drape it. It looks real good, real nice. The articulation on this guy, his head is connected to the neck, and I've never been a huge fan of that with McFarlane, but it works. It works here. He can look up a little bit. There's a lot of resistance here, and I have seen people actually snapping their necks. So try not to put it up. If it's giving you resistance, just stop right there. Don't push it any further if you can. Stop right where it's at. Push no further. He looks down real well. Now he does have the neck hump there that your grandma probably had. But other than that, not real noticeable. His arms can do a full 360. His biceps, as you've seen, his shoulders can go out. He's got a great elbow bend. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the McFarlane elbows. They're okay, but there's too much cut there, and it doesn't really look natural. I'm paying attention to the figure more than I am the video, so if it looks off center, I apologize. The torso, he can go all the way back. Gets a little gappy there, but it is what it is. He can go pretty. Honestly, what I would love to do is get a Dremel in there and just Dremel it out a little bit so I can give him a little bit more there. But in the waist, he goes down pretty well. McFarlane figure, so he can do the splits. His knees go all the way up above his ass, which that's just not atomically accurate, but it is what it is. I can get really nitpicky with these McFarlane figures, or I can just enjoy them for what they are, because they are not expensive in the least. So yeah, his toe does the, his foot does the McFarlane ball ratchet joint going in there. And then he does have the hideous McFarlane toe hinge. Sometimes, I don't know what Todd thinks. I think this one's a little better, but not really. I mean, sorry. It's not, I think he does have the McFarlane toe hinge. I mean, I get why it's there, but in my opinion, a lot of the time, I think this might be a little better than most McFarlane figures, but honestly, sometimes I think, unless you have a Spider-Man figure, the toe hinges for me never really matter at all. So yeah, this one's going to be a little quick one, guys. He has your standard McFarlane articulation. If you've had a McFarlane figure at all, then you know what it is. You know what that articulation is. It's there. It's the Hush Buck mold. They painted, a new bat on there and everything. Thankfully, I don't have the Batman Hush here. The Hush Batman here from McFarlane, but I think his symbol was just painted onto. It wasn't like the Frank Miller Batman that, is kind of carved into the chest, and then the one figure had the bat upside down. Bat Zorro had the bat painted upside down, but you could still see the carving on it. That was horrible. McFarlane's very hit and miss. In my mind, he's very hit and miss, but when he hits, he hits. And when he misses, he misses. This guy is really good to pose. You're going to get him in pretty much any pose you want to get him in. He looks good doing it. And he's just a great figure. I mean, even if you're only getting the regular one, right? If you're getting just the regular edition of Batman, if you see this guy, freaking get it. Look at that cape. Look at that cape. That is a great cape. And it only has the wire on the sides and up around the neck. I mean, it's just so expressive, guys. So many times do I have to go to eBay and look up capes, And when I do get them, I get them from an eBay store called GP Slot. Doesn't know I'm promoting him, but if you got capes or want wired capes or whatever, definitely go to GP Slot on eBay. He's pretty reasonable, does a fantastic job. But I'll tell you, these McFarlane capes are just, for again, $20-some figures, 22 to 25, you're not really gonna beat it. It's really good. I'm not gonna replace this cape. I'm not gonna go on eBay and look for, I can't get him to stand because of his damn ankles for whatever reason. But I'm not gonna go on eBay and look for another cape. There we go. To replace this one, because this one is really good. I really like this cape. I really like this figure. And clearly I think I have to raise my camera up a little bit to get a better angle on him there, but it's not a camera, it's a cell phone, and I do what I can do. All I'm here to do is tell you if a figure is good or not at a very basic level. I am not some professional on YouTube with 30,000 followers. I think I have 6 followers on YouTube, and I'm very thankful of those followers. But yeah, this figure I think is just from top to bottom great. I like everything about him. His face, his detail in his face, the eyes, the shading. The shading isn't perfect, I get it, but I still like it. I almost think I would like it better if the shading was purple, like how the mainline Batman is purple, right? He has purple gloves and whatnot. He's not purple, but he's black and with purple gloves. I think this one would be great if it was still that purple, only with the purple on the blue and the purple gloves and the purple shading. Perfectly fine with the blue. Not upset that it is blue, but I'm just saying, if they use purple for this, I feel it would have been just as good, if not better. But while we're at it here, let's get him into some size comparisons, shall we? Put his cape. Again, this cape is very expression. There's a tons of expression you can get with this cape, guys. It's very well done. For a $20 figure, you can pose this guy with this cape and make him look like an import. I really believe that. Now, there might be some people laughing at me when I say that, but as a guy who owns Mafex, not all Mafex, some Mafex, I think you could, outside of the height, you could definitely blend this guy in with an import because he looks so well. So let's compare him with a few things. All right, here he is with YOLO Park, Optimus Prime, and Megatron. Now, these are the YOLO Park AMK Pro Series with the die cast in them. They're great figures. A review for them is coming soon. I find, though, that they're very hard to review. They are very posable, and with my current setup of just using my iPhone, reaching around this and trying to mess with them and get them proper poses to show you guys, it can be a bit of a pain. But I'm still going to do it. So, yeah, this is YOLO Park, Batman, very same scale, you know, but yeah, that's them. And you can get your Batman meets the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action with the NECA VHS Raphael and Premium DNA Earthworm Jim. Now, Batman towers over these guys, and other than Jim probably wouldn't fit well, but if you wanted to display your Detective Comics number 27 Batman with your NECA Ninja Turtles, you know what? I think it would work out all right. And while I said they were my final size comparison, I forgot everybody's favorite ectoplasmic spud, Slimer. Just another fun comparison. Obviously, you're not going to have these guys on the shelf, but some people use Coke cans. Some people use, I think the Spot uses cocaine. Spot does not use cocaine. He uses Coke cans. But I use a Slimer. But yeah, guys, this is just a great figure. I really, really enjoy him. He's fun to pose. If I had any gripes, it would be I never am really going to love the McFarlane diaper because it does bunch out. Like here, you can tell how I had him posed like this. So his diaper was, he needs to figure something else out. Sometimes it works, but a lot of the times, guys, it molds wrong. It bends to the will of the plastic, and I don't love that.
But yeah, this guy is just a fun guy. In my opinion, he's a must-have figure. If you're a Batman fan. If you're not a Batman fan, okay, sure, skip him. But if you consider yourself a Batman fan, if you enjoy McFarlane toys, then this is, in my opinion, the Batman to have. He has done a lot of good ones. Let's face it, Todd is clearly a fan of Batman. But I'll tell you, there's something about this one which honestly wasn't on my radar originally. But I am so glad I picked him up. And I believe if you go out there and find him, even if you find the regular version, doesn't have to be the platinum version. I might actually get the regular version if I'm being honest. Do it. You will not regret it. This is a great figure. And like I said, when Todd misses, he misses. He has some quality control issues. On my Hong Kong Batman, sometimes the arms just fall off. I'm going to have to tighten it up with super glue maybe, and I'll show you when that comes around. But this figure, in my opinion, hits on all fronts. Like I said, be careful with the head. It is a little tight. Do not push it back more. It's going to give you some, like, you'll feel it when you're moving that head around. You'll know when to stop. Do not snap that off there. But yeah, if you see this guy, get him. Pick him up. He's a great figure. Follow me on YouTube. I believe I have it linked. I'm really trying to build that up. And I buy my own toys. I am not sponsored by anyone or anything. I do not have a partnership with any group. The toys I review are toys I buy with my own money. So if like someone reviewed this guy 3 months ago, well, 1, I didn't see him. 2, I didn't see him. 3, I have to make sure I have some spare cash because you know what? I'm just a guy with a hobby and hobbies don't come first. But yeah, thanks for watching again. Please come back and thanks for watching.